Good morning, everyone. Today, the topic that we are going to see is group discussion. I hope from the picture itself, you can understand what is this. Yeah, you can see here, everyone are sitting together having a group discussion. I hope you all know what group discussion is. Yeah, in each and every hour, you will be having the last 5 minutes as group discussion. We'll be doing group discussion in our classes. What is it about? We'll see what group discussion is first. Group discussion is expressing ideas and views on any topic with others. Okay, this term, that is group discussion, we would have a group discussion among a group of persons. Minimum we can say more than 3, more than 4, or it depends upon the group. The group can have 8 members also. The group cannot exceed more than 15, because over there it would become a chaos. Now I think in the presentation you can see few points. We'll go from the second point. The group will have 8 and 10 members who will express their views freely, frankly, in a friendly manner on a topic of current issue. Yes, so having a discussion, sharing ideas, and discussing about the current issues, okay, in a friendly manner, expressing your ideas, expressing your views, expressing your suggestions, everything come under group discussion. Here, within a time limit of 20 to 30 minutes, the abilities of the members of the group is measured. So they would give you a time limit of 20 to 30 minutes where they will decide the worthiness of a person. How they would decide a worthiness of a person? From the suggestions or from the ideas through which you give will be decided the worthiness of a person. Now, we'll see what are the kinds of group. Now here we have discussed kinds of group like experiential group. The second one is learning group. The third one is information gathering group. And the last one is problem solving group. Now, we'll understand what is experiential group. What is experiential group? See, experiential group, the word, the term itself explains that it is learnt from an experience. Okay, so a person or an individual who is ready to listen or to learn, ready to learn from someone by the experiences that they have learned is known as experiential group. Here, they would discuss about an event, about an issue, about a problem through an experience is known as experiential group. Now, second is learning group. What is learning group? An individual or a group will tend to learn something from a particular aspect or from an issue is known as learning group. The third one, information gathering group. What is information gathering? We gather information maybe from an event that happens or from an issue that takes place or maybe from books or maybe from newspapers and more than that. So any information that we tend to gather it from other people, okay, from the informations that we have or from the information that others try to share with us is known as information gathering group. Now the last one is problem solving group. What is problem solving group? Problem solving group is nothing but from a particular issue, what are the steps that are taken to solve a problem is known as problem solving group. I hope you understood the kinds of GD. Now, the next is importance of group discussion. Why is group discussion important? Now, we can say that group discussion does not take or does not happen with one person. It takes place among a group, okay, among a set of people where we discuss what the issue is, how the issue took place, how it can be rectified, how the mistakes can be rectified if there are any, Yeah, so same thing can be taken into the discussions. Now, from this discussion, what are the important things that a person would receive? We'll see it. The very first point is GD is a most important skill. Yes, it is a most important skill. The reason is because a person will know how an individual have to give some suggestions, how he can handle the situation, and how he can share his ideas to others. So that is a very important skill that one needs. Now, second is it is a tool to check worthiness. As I said you in the very first slide, it is a tool to check the worthiness of a person. How would you check the worthiness of a person? Now, what are the statements that is given by an individual? How do the person give? What are the points that the person say? Okay, how he tends to make people accept his statements. Everything comes under this. So, through the suggestions that is given by the individual, we can understand or we can check the worthiness of a person. Now the third one is train for efficient work performance. When we learn group discussion, when we have group discussion, we really train the student. Okay, we really train an individual for their efficient work performance when they are going for work in their workplaces, or when we can find people going to work in those situations and all. We can train them, we will train them, we'll train the students to have an efficient working scenario with the people. And the last one is part of selection process. Yes, it is. So GD is a part of selection process. When you go for an interview, GD is a part where they call for an interview for having a group discussion among people. Over there, I hope you would have seen in movies, you would have seen in pictures, you would have seen in many other platforms where you could see a set of people sitting together and discussing about a particular event or an particular issue. Why does it happen? This happens just to gather information from each one of them. So from there, we can analyze the worthiness of a particular individual. And later on, the person or the manager of the company can decide whether the particular individual can be selected for the post or not. So these are the importance of a GD. Now next is role of a group. So what is the role of a group? The first one is defining a problem. Yes, before we come and before we analyze, we have to first define what the problem is. Group discussion does not only takes place in an interview. Group discussion does not only takes place in your class. Group discussion again does not only takes place in an political party with the political parties. It happens everywhere in your family, with your neighbors, with your friends, everyone. So before when a GD starts, we have to define a problem first. Unless and until we define the problem, the set of the group will not understand about what are we talking about. So the role of the group, the very first point in it is to define the problem. Now second one is analyzing the issue. How a person is going to analyze the issue. After defining the problem, the person will start thinking what are the issues that has taken place, how it has taken place, and how it can be rectified. When they analyze, they can analyze these informations from any source that are available, maybe from books, as I said you, maybe from newspapers, or maybe any other I mean ways in which you can get the information. So you have to analyze the information, you have to understand what is it, you have to understand how the problem can be like brought out, how it can be rectified first. Okay, now next is gathering information. How would you gather information? As I said, the group discussion, when it takes place among people, you will sit together and gather information from each and everyone. When you are gathering information from each and everyone, you will get various ideas. You will also have issues over there because everyone are not the same. Yeah, everyone will have different ideas. Everyone will give you various different points. So these points can be accepted and it also cannot be accepted. So you have to gather information from everyone. Now next is commitment. You have to be committed first into the group discussion in order to listen what it is about. You have to listen first properly on what the conversation is about, what the problem is about, and analyze it properly and listen to everyone what the ideas they are telling you. Next is encourage participation. So everyone are important in a group discussion. You are going to encourage everyone in the group discussion. Next is avoid interpersonal conflicts. So when you are talking with people, you must stick to your point. Do not go further or apart from your points. The last one is keep discussion on track. How are you going to keep discussion on track? You have to see that the point does not roam here and there, or you do not disrupt from a particular point and go about it. So stick to the point, see that the discussion has a track till the end of the group discussion. And these are some benefits, like it provides chances to expose, it improves your language skills, it helps you in your academic knowledge, your leadership skills will be improved, you will know how you would handle people, and you will know how you can work in a team, and your general knowledge will also be improved. So what do you have to do when you have a GD? You should not like interrupt when others are speaking. That we know generally. And you must listen properly. You must listen properly. You have to have a logical flow when you are listening, and you have to make sure that you are listening to what the person is telling you, and you must stick to the point. It should be appropriate to the issue. Now here I have discussed what are the don'ts of a group discussion. So you must not be nervous, you must not feel shy, and you must not be isolated from group discussion. You have to mingle, you have to be committed, and you have to speak for all the points that's been given over there. You should have to make sure that you don't make fun of any participant in the group discussion. Yes, so I hope this picture would explain you more. These are some phrases that are given here to understand more. You would say, yes, I agree if you agree for the point, or I disagree if you disagree for the point. So these are the skills that a person needs, as I said you, leadership skills. The content that you have, you would deliver it properly. Your voice should be higher. The body language that you use should be appropriate for the content that you speak. You should have the ability to initiate how you start in a group discussion and also how you end in a group discussion. You should have a good leadership skills. You should know how you would behave inside a group, within a group. You should have maintain the enthusiasm from the beginning of the group discussion till the end of the group discussion, and ability to conclude. So I hope this are enough for your understanding. Thank you so much.